Hello everybody, welcome back to another video today. It's Folfy. So I've been requested, and I've actually wanted to do this for a little bit. I wanted to make a War Thunder tutorial on just some tips that I do that has worked for me. Some of the ones that are online, they kind of helped, I guess, when I was first starting out, but then I've kind of developed my own, and I kind of want to show you my own. A lot of the clips are going to be from low tier, possibly, at first. I might switch them around and stuff, but I'm going to be, reviewing it and just explaining what I do. And it's going to be mostly in the Panzer III-J, but I do have some ones of the United States, and they will be, of course, at higher tier, 5.7, possibly some 4.0 clips, but it works at almost any BR, as far as I know at this moment. Top tier, not so much, because the only top tier vehicle I do have is the terms at the moment. But yeah. Another quick thing I want to show you before I get onto the video, there's going to be a, little weird, yellow mark. You'll see it. But I want to show you how you can go bind that. You just go to your controls, you go to common, you look up squad, and then bam, set target for squad, also known as, squad mark, squadron mark, and just key bind it to whatever you have. I have key bind my, mouse button 4 at the moment, and yeah, just want to let you guys know that. Oh, and I also just want to mention, anybody, if you are wondering, I do have quite a considerable amount of hours. It's around 700 or 30 plus or so. I'll put it up on screen. I'll let you see it. And I'm around level 40, level 39 at the moment. I'm close to there. So I do have quite a little bit of experience, not as many as others. I know one of my friends has about 2K, a couple of 3K and stuff like that. So a lot of their points would be a little bit more valid. But I'm just going to share, what works for me, what I think could help for you guys. And just remember, if it isn't, you're going to develop your own skills and your own tactics and stuff like that. And you do what suits you. That's what I had to learn. I was always constantly looking up, how do you do this? I want to be good. But it's really just find what works for you and use that. I just want to help any new players that are starting out, or even any more experienced players maybe wondering what can I do to improve or get better. That's basically just it. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day, good evening, or afternoon, and enjoy the video. Alright everyone, so with the intro out of the way, I'll be explaining quite a considerable amount of clips I've gotten over the past week or so, on this at least, and I've just compiled them together. I'll just be explaining, what I'm doing, how to do it, understand. The first clip here I have is on that dried out sea map. I forget what it's called, but you'll know when you see it. It's, pretty unique map as it is. Right here, right now, it didn't catch the part, but I've been watching. There's a slope right down here, and I've been watching there. I see a French AMD roll down the hill. It's a bit too fast, so I decided to hold my fire. I've had my range set just in case anything spots on the horizon. So what I'm doing is keeping aware of my surroundings, actually, which I will be explaining throughout the video probably a lot. Basically, even before the video starts, I want to explain, how I know and everything. I'm the only one who went to sea. I waited back here for quite a while. I wanted to see if any other tank was going to come. It's quite open, which means I could get any good side shot from that point on. Most of the team was fighting over A for most of the game, and they managed to take it. B hasn't been taken, so I know at least for now my left flank should be mostly clean. This is why I'm kind of faced towards this direction. If you do see, my armor is angled off to this area. I know I have this in cover. I'm hidden behind a lot of things. I have the desert camo at the moment, so it also helps hiding basically in the middle of sand and stuff. So I've checked, I'm thinking okay, pretty good. I can engage this guy. That's my idea. I'm angling towards him as well. He's going to come off my bow towards my 1 o'clock area off here, and you're going to see him. As you can see, I'm looking around right now. I'm hunting for him. You can see him up here, right around here. So I try to shoot here, right? The shell, I guess, clips one of these. So now he knows I'm here, right? I'm immediately dropping this distance down because I see how close he is. I didn't know if he was going to punch out. I didn't know if he was going to punch right because he disappeared behind this, cargo tub, or, yeah, thingy, whatever you want to call that, back there. So now I got to reload. I think the reload in the Panzer III-J takes about, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. So, as you can see, I'm immediately going to start angling, backing up, reversing. He comes around the corner a bit fast. My gun is slow. Most of the German tanks at this tier are going to have slow. It's all hand cranked in real life. Therefore, it's going to take a while for your turret to get on to target. So he's going to be fast. He's in a wheeled APC vehicle, basically. But I know his gun is crap. I don't know. I think it's like a 37 or less than that, actually. So he cannot probably pen my front plate. I know he can definitely pen my sides, and he can pen the side of my turret if I'm not careful. So I'm taking that all into consideration very quickly, and I'm trying to get gun on target as quick as I can. Gun acquisition, basically. So I'm rotating towards him, facing my frontal armor, you know, trying to swing that turret a little bit quicker around. And that's something you want to do, especially for slower tanks with slower turrets, is you want to turn your entire tank, which helps speed your turret speed, and get that target, your gun on target acquisition quicker. The only disadvantage to this, then, is if your tank doesn't have a stabilizer, which this does not have a stabilizer, you're about to see my shot kind of goes down, because the gun is going to be wobbling. Like this. It's downwards, I fire, and I only clip his transmission. So I'm reloading, we're looking at each other. He shoots, I don't know, I think he hit me, but it bounced again, since it's such a bad, you know, honestly, I got down tiered, so I'm facing like 1.3 vehicles to 2.0, basically. He gets absolutely obliterated by my gun, you know, kaput, so he's dead. I'm going to immediately reverse. There's a lot of noise. I don't know if there's any more tanks coming up there. That's hence why I'm looking in this general direction. Mostly focused on him. I don't know if he had an ally or something. Also be wary for marks if you see tracks and stuff, and you don't see a tank, and you know that there wasn't any, which I knew, because I didn't see anybody for almost the entire game. Then you know there's somebody else there. So I think I'm going to return. This is how I was originally in this spot. This is how I'm watching him. And yeah, basically I reset back up. Normally, in a normal situation, if there was going to be more threats and stuff, I might move just so that he comes to revenge bomb me. I'm not in the same spot. But I know I'm safe. I've got, you know, this ship next to me. It's providing me cover. My rear is concealed. You know, my frontal armor is facing frontwards. Any threat coming from... Alright, give me a quick second. Anything from my, you know, off of my 11 to 12 o'clock is going to have to face that. They could punch my turret, but it would be a far distance shot, and most at this tier, you know, it's happened. It can happen if they range find you and stuff. They got a good crew, but it's less likely to occur than higher tiers. So yeah, I'm gonna skip forward just a little bit. I don't think anything really happens here. Oh, okay. I will show something though. They start calling artillery on me. You know, they know where I'm at. The French guy comes back in a milk truck. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna engage him. You know, it's very easy. We shoot him. Probably didn't need to fire the main gun. As you can see, really doesn't do anything. I just start firing my machine gun. You know, this is what you do against lightly armored vehicles. Or if I had HE loaded, all I need to do is shoot next to him or whatever. Again, tip for for lower tier players. Artillery is a very deadly opponent against you if you're an open top, such as this guy. SU-76, other things like that, but the SU-76 is a little bit more armor, so if you don't have a good gun, you might not overpressure him. But for things like the Sherman 105, it excels at overpressure. For those who don't know who it is, it's basically if shell hits tank, crew inside kind of get hit by shockwave, I think, and kind of go kersplat. I don't really know that. I don't really think that's how it works in real life. But I just want to state that that's how it's basically in War Thunder. So you ever see an open top vehicle, especially at higher tiers, you know, M10s, the M18s and stuff, and let's say you're a German player or whatever, at like, you know, 5.0, 6.0 game, just load HE. Most people at that tier would know, but let's just say this is for you guys in consideration. Just load HE, or if you have HE loaded, just send it, and as long as you hit them, or even hit their track, most of the time you're going to kill their entire crew. So we just light them up with machine guns. Pierre and other man over there, I can't think of another French name, get absolutely destroyed by our funny little 7.62s. And I immediately angle frontwards. I'm looking around. We're getting bombed now. You know, they know we're here, so that's a little problem. I'm looking in this general direction. I know that there was something up here. As we can see, the B cap has been decapped. There was something over here. This is also the same exact French guy. You're gonna see him again. He's trying to kill me. I don't know why though. I know he's coming back. This is the second time. I don't know if he's got another vehicle. I don't know if he's calling friends, but I definitely know I've been, you know, I'm noticed on the map now. So we're looking up there. I'm firing some machine guns. I do believe I might have skipped past it, but there was an M22 up here. You might see him soon. He did take shots at me. I took the risk of engaging that milk truck actually, but because I knew he was like hidden, he wasn't gonna be a threat. I think I've already shot him by this point, and he's kind of damaged, so he wasn't hid. But yeah, we're just taking a look around. I'm scanning. I'm making sure everything's, you know, clear. A lot of noise going on right now. A lot of planes up, as you can see. They've got a lot of enemy casts. He's calling artillery on me. You know, yeah. See, like we've got this Japanese plane that's just incoming. I try to get gun on him. I don't. I'm looking around. We get doinked by an artillery shell. Luckily, it didn't like actually really hit my tank hard. It seems to have hit the ship, but because of how close it was, it seems to have damaged my barrel. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem, but that's about 13-second repair. My crew's like level 42 or something like that at this time, so their repairs for most stuff are pretty easy. For you guys, it might be a little bit different. You have lower tier crews, but don't worry about that. The more time you play, the more time it will. Yeah, 7-second repair basically for that. Very, very happy with that. I'm just looking around, making sure. I suddenly see something in the distance. It might be hard for you guys, especially YouTube compression and the way this video came out that I'm reviewing right now. But, you know, I'm checking up here. I'm looking, I'm scanning constantly. You know, I know he's up there. I know something's up there. I'm checking over here again. You know, you just want the 360 battle eye view. But at this point, also, you can see there was a massive push earlier. No, almost all of them are dead. Which is also a little bit worrying, but I know I gotta hold the C cap. It's our one for sure held cap. I know nobody's almost here. And basically, if the C cap falls, either I'm gonna have to respawn, go cross the open desert, or go over here and try to retake B cap, which I'm not interested at this point. And I know I just gotta play patiently. I gotta play safe. These are the biggest things you want in War Thunder when you start out. Be patient and play it safe most of the time, because that is how you will survive longer, and that is how you will get more kills. Because you could rush out there, you could get 3 kills right off the bat and then die. And then after that, you just keep dying because you've wasted either your best vehicle that you've brought out, because that's how most people play. They'll bring out their heavy tanks first, or their best medium tank, and they die. So what are they going to do next? They're going to bring out their second best, and then their third best, or their anti-aircraft gun. And by that point, like, you're not really a help to your team. You've lost your first main lineup, and you're going with your secondary one. You're going to see in most of these, it's the same exact tank, Panzer IIIJ. The reason for that being is I'm literally taking one tank out, basically. I have an anti-air in my lineup, but I also get rid of that later on. For me, I don't know why, psychologically this just works. I have one vehicle in my lineup. I go to my brain tells me, okay, you got basically one life. I do always have an aircraft. I have a BF-109, don't remember what variant it is, but I know it's in there. It's the one that allows you to get, I think, your first secondary weapon, so like bombs and stuff on it. But that's my only other vehicle, basically. And I strive during the game to stay alive, get kills, and to cap the point. In the order of I want is stay alive first, seek and try to protect teammates, kill enemies, assist are actually before that. You want to assist your teammates, then kill the enemies, then you want to cap the point. When you know everything is clearly safe, go for a cap point. It will not only give you the most spawn points, but it will also get you the most, like, rewards in a sense of your points on the scoreboard if you actually care about that. Now me, I don't know why my mind works like that, but I've taught myself, points don't really matter. You help the team. You're doing them a better favor than I'm getting 10 kills, but my team is all disintegrated, basically. Of course, I can't do it this round. You know, my team's on the other side of the map. I spawned here thinking some people would come with me. It's just by myself. So this is a abnormal kind of situation. We can immediately see I take fire. I thought it was maybe artillery at first, but it's later to be an M22. It's also the Japanese plane keeps strafing me as well. So if you just see that, that is just Japanese. We can see there's a small shot in the distance, which I think I will notice eventually, and I'm like, oh, there's something shooting me over there. This is, again, situational awareness. You want your eyes to constantly be scanning, you know, looking, focus on, like, different points that you may think enemies be up there. Use your binoculars often. It is B. As Warthog says, it's free. You know, use it. Don't use it as much unless, like, in closer quarter battles, you might just want to zoom in, you know, by right-click or Z, and just, like, scan around a little bit more because you still have wider vision. But at farther distances, use your binoculars because you will see enemies, or you will just see stuff that you may not have seen without it. So I still don't notice it because artillery is dropping, and maybe I was just blind, and then I see him fire his 50 cals. New players, don't do this. Don't fire a machine gun. This only gives away your position. Unless you're in dense foliage and you need to knock some down, or you need to just see... We're going to see your tracers, especially for Americans. Their tracers are red and stuff, and their 50 cals are pretty noticeable. They produce pretty big muzzle flashes, especially when they're on top of vehicles. We're going to see that. And I'm like, oh dang, look, I'm being shot at. I'm like, at first, oh, I'm being shot behind. I check my rear. Check my 6 o'clock, make sure my 6 o'clock is clear. Still checking, and then I get shot again. For crying out loud, I don't know why in this clip this is actually starting to piss me off. This is exactly why you need to know. I was apparently not paying attention. Tanks over here. I actually may have been, I think I was in conversation with my dad during this, so this may also be why I'm not paying attention as much. Basically, I'm looking over there now. I see him fire his 50 cals for the second time. That allows me to get target on acquisition. I immediately know where he is. He's that bush right here, actually. So I'm going to angle. He's already knocked out, I think, my loader. So I'm like, okay, we're just going to see this guy. I could start repairing my crew member, or, well, getting him back, but I'm not. I'm going to immediately crank the distance up a little bit. You're going to see me miss here. I do now remember I'm in mid-conversation with my dad. So that may be why I'm a little bit turned off at this point. I'm just trying to talk to somebody and focus. Normally don't want that, but it works out in the end, so we're going to start engaging. You know, I'm trying to move back and forth to cut him off. I keep increasing my distance. I'm going to fire again. He goes high. I know it's going high. That Japanese plane keeps strafing us, but I know he doesn't have any bombs, and his guns can't pen us. So I know that's hit slow. I go and scroll to 450. I engage, and bam. Because of that, because of I'm seeing where my shells are going high and my shells are going low, I aim towards that, I guess, whatever you would call this, the pier area where the concrete is. And I saw my shell landed right in front of him, so I increase it just a little bit more, and I fire. That gives me the ability to hit him right square there, and since he's an M22, he's a pretty light tank. He doesn't have a lot of armor, and I know my shells can pen him way more than he can. I mean, he fired almost 4 or 5 times, and they all bounced, except for that one shot that managed to pen through my turret, which is good on him. Unfortunately, M22, I don't think has any APHE. He basically has armor-piercing shells, and so it's going to take a lot more to kill him than it is for me to kill him, as I have a form of APHE, and all I need to do is fire once, and boom. Basically, all of his crew. Now, I'm going to be sitting here for a little bit longer. We're just chilling around, looking. I do get a repair on that. Ooh, okay. Seems that other clip's coming up. Anyway, I suddenly hear enemy teams capturing the A cap. There's nothing I can do. Guys, do not run out of your cap point if you know you're the last one left. Do not overexpose yourself. Again, patient, smart. I'm going to repeat that constantly throughout this video. To the B cap area, again, nobody's there, so I know at least there's not any enemies taking it, which means I'm still safe for the most part. I'm in the exact same area. Their cast is more focused on the A cap. This is what I also knew. They're not going to waste a bomb on the C cap unless, you know, I'm being a real pest of their team, which I don't think I really was. I was just holding the cap point. Revenge bombing is completely common, but luckily the French guy either lost his cast already, because planes cost a lot of spawn points, or he just only had ground vehicles. We're going to see here that this is basically right after the fight. I've got my crew member back. I'm looking around. I'm scanning that area, looking directly front. I turn around, looking around, and lo and behold, eventually there's going to be a tank. Yep, right here. We see him. Compression's a little bit crappy, but he is this thing right here. Also, no, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up, that bush is moving. So I snap back around. He engages. He fires his very weak main gun. Most French low-tier vehicles have weak guns. Guys, don't shoot just because you see a tank. Wait for that prime shot to hit them right in this track area, you know, right underneath here. This is where the ammo is normally stored. Shermans especially, like, right in this area. If you just hit here, you will light their entire tank and, you know, send the turret flying off. Unfortunately for our French friend here, he shoots me, completely bounces off the back of my engine area or this back area of my turret, which is just filler space, essentially, and I definitely know where he is now. He knows that, but he just keeps charging towards me. He's got no cover, guys. Always look for your surroundings. Look for divots, look for ditches, little areas where the hills will meet, and so you can immediately reverse down it, or your turret is the only thing sticking out of it. And if your turret armor is really good, which is for most American vehicles, and I would say for most German vehicles, I can't really say for the other ones. I played a little bit of low-tier France before. I'm up to the B1. Pretty fun, but most other vehicles other than that, you just want to be careful in general. So if you fire, just make sure that you are in a safe spot. This guy is charging me head on. I know his armor is weak. He's a 1.0 or 1.3 vehicle. I can easily take him. I'm not worried about him. But I will also explain, make sure your turret, you don't peek before your turret is on target. German turrets, again, very slow. So I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to rotate my tank. I'm going to know that my, I guess, what do you want to call it? My angle off attack is directly facing him, basically. Yep, he hits me again. If this was any bigger vehicle, I might actually be dead in that maneuver, but I know he's weak again, so I'm angled as well as at like a 45-degree angle towards him. His shells are not going to pen me. I reverse. I make sure my gun is going to get onto target. I wait a little bit. I slowly peek around the corner. He fires again for some reason. He's just trying to put suppressing fire down on me, I guess, but he doesn't have any friends. He's the only one. This is a situation you never want to be in. As we can see, I've just got my range set. He's probably not that far away, but all I have to do is fire, and the shell's still going to land home. It's going to hit him directly in the front. It's going to blow him up. There's just nothing you can do in that situation. And that's essentially a game after this point, because, like, my man, I literally go, my man, like, you are charging me in low-tier French vehicles, you know, shooting your way at me. No element of surprise, no sneaking. I guess they're pretty desperate, right? They're only capping that, but I also see my team is also beginning to cap B. You know, B's safe, my front's safe. I've checked. I'll just keep double checking, and that's basically the game. And I explained to him, French steel is no match for like German ingenuity, and that's basically game. And then you're gonna see me move on to a next one, basically. This one takes place on that city map or whatever you want to call it, city somewhere, Russia, I guess. We are playing around the A-cap area. Oh, I know this video is going to be a long one. Sorry, guys. We're playing around the A-cap area, and you're going to immediately see me engaging some tanks. I've been hiding around this house for most of the game, or, well, for most of the beginning start of the game. I've got some Pumas on the side over here. I've got a medium tank pushing. I think he pushes towards B, though. For the most part, I know these two caps are secure. This area is not. It's kind of unknown, but also the most of the fighting is going around C. This guy, I'll give some backup. I think he killed one of our Pumas. We used to have 3. This is the guy maybe that has just respawned, and we've got 2 more. He hasn't seen me because I've held my fire. I've seen this guy shooting, right? But I didn't see anybody there, so I'm not gonna go hunt for him. He's got the superior gun. He can kill me in one shot from the front, actually. It's a Ziz 3 on an LVT. I believe this is a Chinese tank. I think you can also get it in the American tech tree. I think, but it is a premium. Anyway. This guy's engaging. He's too paid attention on these Pumas over here. He doesn't see me behind the building. He doesn't see me peeking out. I guess he's maybe in zoomed in mode, but as you can see, I'm using binoculars to really get a good eye on him. I know everything else is pretty much clear, so I go for it. I can't also see him because of the fencing in the way, but this is good. He can't really see me. So I'm just trying to get my gun. I'm holding the left mouse click so my turret follows where I'm looking. And fire. Immediately, I get a gunner or machine gunner. This is great. But I want to get that gun back up because he's going to try to get out of here now that his driver's still alive. As you can see, he's reversing, but he reverses right so that his driver is facing where my gun's going to shoot. Guys, you always want to be careful. It's normally good to reverse towards the side that you're being shot at, right? In an LVT, you almost have no armor. In my opinion, this guy should have just started backing up, should not expose his driver. He's still got time. I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe he thought, but guys, again, tips for any LVT players, don't overexpose your driver. He's most crucial. You got 6 guys in that tank. You take a couple shots, you're going to still be fine. I fire. Somehow I get a target on damage. This is the rare times, you know, my shell bounced. Like, actually, I hit that perfect, I guess, what do we call that? That incline of the slope, where the slope and the flat part meet. So that's actually good on him. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I can't let this guy go. You know, I need to kill him. I fire again, and this is exactly what I mean by armor. I hit that exact little slopey area, probably like 45-degree slope area, and bam, I wipe out the rest of his turret crew. He's down. And I do think that was actually the American one, premium. Good kill, good kill. If you also notice, I'm constantly, I'm constantly chatting with my team, you know, pressing T, saying, good job, you know, this is here, this is there. You also want to do that for low-tier players. Constantly make sure you're going bam, bam, bam. Enemies here, spotting this area, you know, because CAS can help you, especially at higher tiers. You'll notice this in sim battles. I play a decent amount of sim. That people are in constant communication, like, follow me, I'm here, because we can't actually see each other, so that's a lot of that. And it's a lot of marking on the map saying, tank is so-and-so here, so, you know, you can get support. I've got 2 Pumas with me in case I've ever needed to require that. You know, I tell them, hey, certain guy here. Also, I want to say this Puma player right now, Colonel Kai, great guy. You might see him later on in some of the other clips of this map. He kind of worked with me in the Panzer III. We're not, like, actually in communication at all. It's just what I mean is by, like, you know, down here, working together, talking to each other through that, it works out. And he's on console, I believe, so he wasn't really talking back, but that's okay. We're sticking together. We're working as a group. I'm gonna skip forward just a little bit more. I'm moving up. Colonel Kai's moving up. I see these 2 Pumas, right? 2 Pumas are gonna be scouters. If you've ever studied the squad tactics, basically, you know that before the main squad moves up, they've always got scouts. This is what I'm basically letting these guys do. I'm also making sure my speed is good. Again, don't have a stabilizer on German tanks. American tanks, you don't have to worry about this as much. I might slow down in some parts just to make sure my gun wobble isn't too bad. So in case a tank, let's say, caresses over this hill, caresses over that hill, Even this hill somehow, like he snuck up down here. There's also a part road off to my right. My gun barrel isn't going to take as long to get onto target. Definitely that. Whoever shoots the first shot normally wins the engagement. Unless the first shot misses, bounces, etc., then the second tank has the initiative. It's basically who fires first, who gets the good hit, will win that engagement. Because if you knock out their gunner, now they're useless. They can't fire. If they knock out your driver, you still got a gun, which means they've still got to be worried about that. But you can't reverse, and if you're in a bad spot, that could be the end of your game. So I'm going to push up to this hill. I'm caressing only barely. I'm also making sure of shadows. I know some people have lower-end PCs, and sometimes they turn down stuff, so shadows sometimes don't matter. Bushes sometimes don't matter. I've turned off some settings already. Grass not so much, because grass just kind of like... my computer's already tanking sometimes. But I'm coming over here, looking around, and I know that this area is probably going to be good. This is a hill. I can crest it. My frontal armor is going to be up. There's going to be a slight slope, so it's going to make it even harder to pen me. I mark because one of our pumas actually died down here. If I go back just a little bit. Yeah, we can see he dies. I don't know where the death message is for him. Doesn't seem to really appear until a little bit later, I guess. But that's fine. I'm definitely looking. Make sure you look at the death, player deaths. That's how you know what tank you'll be facing. Especially. So let's say, oh, hey guys. So my friend died. We're on a Discord call. He died. I say, what tank? Let's just say Matilda. We're playing lower tier. Matilda. Can I pen that? Not from the front. The Matilda was notorious in early warfare. For the Blitzkrieg in like 1940, 1941, that kind of stuff, for having really good armor. The only thing that able to really pen it was the Flak 18 or whatever, you know, with the 88. That was able to really punch through it. That's what Matilda Crews feared. Panzer IIIs couldn't punch through most of the front. I do have APC-R basically loaded in there. It can pen in some certain areas, but it's really finicky, and I still haven't found a really good spot yet. So I know that my APHE is nowhere going to pen through that front side, and even some of the side plates sometimes. So you want to know kind of what tank you're going up against, but that just comes with experience. My Puma friend is coming up here. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, my bad. I haven't explained. A M4A5 killed the Puma friend down here. Is pushing up. Puma knows it. I've seen him come out on this ridge where I'm waiting for him. I'm playing it patient, playing it safe. I shoot because I thought I saw him. I fire. Nope, our Puma pen's got it. He was waiting. Perfect spot. I guess this guy couldn't see or just couldn't get his gun on time. Again, situational awareness. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't just push up a hill because you think, there's one. Always assume that there's going to be two or more. Sometimes you want to sit back. He could have set it back a little bit here, a little bit there, anywhere. But I saw him push down, up, and up this valley. He's going to take a while to turn, you know, because his speed's going to be so slow. We're holding the advantage by just chilling up here. I'm trying to say well done, you know, thank you. All of a sudden I see he's get shot. This is the Matilda. I see where the round was fired. I see the smoke. He's down around here. I had apparently accidentally either hit R or this was intentional to turn off my engine so that they couldn't hear you. You may need to keybind turning off your engine, or it might just be bound to R. Again, for console players, you guys might have to rebind things. This is just for me. I play on PC. And the tactical advantage of turning off your engine. Normally I don't do this. This time I've been thinking and learning new tactics. Essentially, turning off your engine means they won't be able to really hear you, which means you can get the drop on players if they don't hear you. Oddballs, I don't know if anybody actually watches him. A lot of times he says, oh, I hear an engine. German tanks are very loud. American later tier tanks, very loud. You can hear them rounding buildings and stuff, especially at higher tiers, and even at lower tiers sometimes. Most tanks are pretty loud at low tier. And if you hear something, you'll know where it is. And most of the time, you can kill them if they round a corner. Now, I was turning off my engine. I wanted to make sure this guy was not going to get the drop on me. I knew where he was. I was waiting for him. Boom, that's why. Anyway, back to why the Matilda is now shooting. And we're seeing somebody's dropped artillery. I'm looking in this general direction. There's a dead tank out there. I'm looking. I know where he's been fired from. I all of a sudden see another shot. I'm like, wait a minute. I think Colonel Kai is killed, but it's by an M15 M42. So I guess the Matilda isn't at this point. I'm reversing because I don't see the tank. I don't know if he can see me. This is exactly what you want to do in this situation, in my opinion. Some of you may be like, wait a minute, but if he doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't see me. I don't know if I can't see him, so I should just sit up there. Well, that's the problem is, you've killed something, you fired. They know you're in this area. I've lost all of my teammates around me. I have nobody except this guy, who will be probably like a minute or two away from me. So most logical thing to do is start reversing out of there, especially when they call artillery on you as well. Artillery won't kill my tank because it's not open top, but it will mark me on the map, which will make it easier for them to see me. And other people might say, oh, I want to revenge my teammates. It's all good, but if you're dead, you're going to do nothing good for them. I see the Matilda is also fired. I guess at this point, what I just said, I guess I kind of ignore what I just said, but for other times you want to do that, I'm going to start engaging this guy. I realize artillery is off to my here. Nothing's really been spotted down here yet, so this is what I mean. I'm engaging the Matilda. I see it's a Matilda Hedgehog. It's an Australian vehicle. It has rockets on the back, kind of useless, but whatever. I'm just going to see if I can at least hit this guy. As you can see, I'm almost going to do nothing. I realize that. Hey, there's no way I can kill this Matilda. I'm reversing on it. I'm getting out of here. It's not worth it.
He's scared shitless.
We are losing.
I immediately start marking. I need backup now. You know, don't know how many enemy tanks are pushing, but there's 2, as far as I know. M15s, M1542 Italian low-tier vehicle can pen me, and has killed me a lot of times, actually. So I am kind of nervous about that, mostly because I've already died a couple of games before this by that. So I'm reversing as well towards my front is towards the enemy. I could always turn around and go faster, but that's a bigger risk. I'm marking on the map. That's apparently chat spamming. No, I can't do that. Yep, we've even got other guys starting the mark now. You know, we're letting the team know there's people over here. And you can see there's 2 aircraft in the sky. So I don't know if they're actually going to help or anything like that, but you know, so I agree. I'm letting them know. And all of a sudden I see tank shop past me, 50 cals past me. I immediately turn my attention to the right side. I'm like, where the heck? I don't know if they shot me from here. I'm just scanning right now. This is like my 180 scan, you know, maybe not completely 180, maybe 240-degree scan, basically looking not quite behind me because I know I've got an ally behind there, but just looking around very quickly. I see I'm getting strafed. Probably means I'm going to get bombed. But then I don't care. You know, at this point, I'm just trying to get the plants least my purpose. He doesn't bomb me. I think it's a P40, so I'm like bugging out. Like, I gotta get out of here, guys. I know that Matilda's there. I'm mostly worried about that Matilda honestly pushing up the hill. Matilda, I think, only has APC and APCR, which means it can pen me. It just won't kill me in one shot unless it hits my ammo. I hear shots being fired, you know, I see that, I hear all that, and luckily our Panzer III friend is now right behind me. I take a 50 cal, and I hear, you know, a tank shot. This is, for you wondering, why am I not dead? It's a 105. It's fired HE at me. It tried to overpressure me, but because I am not an open-top vehicle, it will do almost jack to me. I won't take a lot unless it's wiping out my truck. That's about it. I'm like, crap. I see it. All of a sudden, I at least notice 2 tanks. Immediately start reversing, or well, not reversing, turning, and trying to get my gun on target. I stop. I'm at an angle, 45 degrees towards him, and I'm engaging. I see immediately another shell is fired over here. That hits me. Really doesn't do anything except damage my optics. I fire. Best way to damage the M4, yeah, just the M4, I guess A1105 or whatever, I forgot. I guess my brain's kind of dying right now. Is to just aim for its turret. Especially. American tanks, their turrets are strong, not around the lower tiers. You will be able to pen it most of the time. Their sloped holes are going to be a pain to deal with. Sherman's definitely low tier, but not in tank destroyer. Always aim for the sides. This is what I mean by patience. A lot of times you want to just try to flank them because their side armor is so weak, you can kill it in an AMD. And as you saw, the AMD is really just a scout vehicle in this game. Anyway, immediately turn my gun. He's out of action. Know when your enemy is out of action. His driver and loader are down. This tank already takes forever to reload, so I know he's probably got a 15-second, 17-second reload now. I've got time. I'm looking at this guy trying to escape. This is an M15. This is the guy who worries me a lot. He's able to kill me. So I'm immediately firing. He's managed to bounce off a couple of times because I'm angled. This is exactly what I mean. If he's trying to hit my hole right now, he's not going to be able to do anything. I fire. I'm like, oh crap. That's an M15. Bigger threat. Fire again. I hit him directly in the front plate. This is great. I knock out his entire turret crew. That means he cannot fire at me. He cannot load. I've already made his driver, I think this is his driver, so it's going to be orange, which means his turning time is even going to be less. Now I'm going to turn my attention back to the other worst threat as far as I need right now, because I know his loader's probably going to be back up. Fire again. This is the few times that, you know, hitting here is actually going to kill. I guess he's kind of on an incline as well. It's really finicky to honestly fire on the 105's turret. A lot of times I can get pens, sometimes I can't get pens. It's really weird. Now this is the one time I'm going to fire my machine guns. I know he's out of action. I know that I'm relatively safe because I have an ally and he's marked on the map. So I just start firing randomly. We've also got Cass incoming, helping me out. And I'm just trying to pinpoint where this guy is. He fires again. Gives me direct know-how. Or maybe that's my teammate. He's moving. He's definitely like on the prowl, and I hit him. Luckily, I guess I hit right, underneath that track area. Pens, hits there, hits his fuel, bounces backwards. I guess shrapnel, that's how it works, and, kills him. The Matilda suddenly then fires towards my Panzer III M ally down here. I fire low. I'm taking fire from the front as well. I'm like, bro, we need just to get the objective. Okay, yeah, so this is the Matilda, and then there's another tank on the hill. I believe our M15 friend actually, Panzer III killed our M15 friend on top of the hill. So a big thank you to this guy. We fire again, we get a lucky shot on the guy's barrel, which basically knocks it out. I'm getting artillery, I'm getting on their map, I'm just trying to get out of here at this point. I don't want to be in the middle of the open. That was a terrible spot, and it's unlucky that I got hit by that Sherman, but we took both of them out, so kudos. I also call artillery to produce a smoke screen, basically. For those who don't know, sometimes calling artillery in front of you will create a creeping barrage of sorts and obscure enemy vision, which means they can't see you, and if you don't have smoke, we'll create a temporary smoke screen. As well, this guy tries to bomb us. Low tier casts, you gotta be good. I will explain how to do some casts in a little bit, and yeah. I also see we've got a Sherman friend up here. He's engaging. I'm gonna try to get that gun on target. I slow down. I fire. As you can see, it pens, but it doesn't do a lot. I think that his loader is red, his gunner's on that side, and his commander's back there. His breech is also yellow, won't do very much. He fires, I guess he fired HE, or he fired in front of me and hit the ground, and doesn't do much damage. Fire again, but I fired at a bad angle, kind of doinks, and doesn't really do anything. You can see our Panzer IIIM is engaging that guy. I know they're going to be engaging each other, hopefully, so I'm just going to focus on this guy. Just basically spread your fire out. I suddenly turn because that Sherman is dipping underneath the hill. No point in looking at him. I want to help out our teammate. Again, basically survive, assist, kill the target specifically, and then capo point. Again, just remember those. I don't really got an acronym. You come up with your own acronym unless I come up with one randomly. I aim. I think it used to cause an explosion if you hit the rockets. I do. He may be out. I don't know, but it just doesn't do anything. Anyway, that increases his repair time. Anything you do to increase your repair time will keep you alive. You knock out their barrel and they start repairing, probably a 15 to 10 second repair, depending on their crew. You want to increase that. Shoot their tracks. If you can't kill them from the front, just start shooting their tracks. Start shooting their machine guns, optics, turret ring, anything like that if you can pen it. It will increase the repair time, which causes them to be less combat effective for a much longer period of time, especially tracks. That will knock them out for almost 30 seconds. I can see we're getting bombed again. Luckily, there's this house in the way. It won't do anything to us. Unfortunately, our friend is taking fire. I can't do much against that. The Sherman friend tried to go over the hill again. Luckily, the Matilda Hedgehog actually dies. Our friend over here manages to pen it. The Panzer IIIM is, I think, the same, but has either a little bit better gun or some better ammunition. And we immediately start reversing again. Me and him are reversing together. We're trying to get out of here. I appreciate, I say thank you for the help. We keep reversing, trying to bug out. I guess that's where that clip ends. Anyway, I do get killed in that clip. As you can see, we've lost the ACAT by that point. Our Panzer IIIM shortly dies to the 105, I think. And then I die to the 105. Or, yeah. And then, anyway, let me give you some more information. The M15 is currently pushing. They pushed into our cap. There's a Crusader 3 as well. And I'm taking care of them. I'm the only person. So I'm laying an ambush. Let's see if I can go back. Right around here. I'm just going to try to show you. That wasn't exactly... Oh, okay. Oops. Alright. Anyway, I'm in this spot. I guess it really doesn't show at the moment. I've got shadows. I've got 2 trees, 3 trees right around me, some brush on my left side, so I know I'm pretty covered. I'm waiting for this guy to fully expose his flank. I'm on the move, so I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. He suddenly stops and starts returning towards me, so I don't know if he's seeing me. That's immediately why I shoot. I knock out his commander, unfortunately. Don't get any critical hits. He's looking around. I don't think he sees me. He's just trying to get target right now, and I'm going to engage, and I'm going to take it. His front is showing me. His flat plate is showing me. Easiest way to kill is normally by shooting that flat plate. If you ever get into higher tier and you're ever facing a tiger, for you guys who play as the allies, just shoot the front plate. If you're a 76, even a 75 will kill a tiger because the front plate is the weakest point on the tiger tank. Just don't try to shoot the mantle. The mantle, I think, is one of the strongest points on the tiger tank.
Lost the objective.
So anyway, at this point, I am hunting currently for that Crusader 3. My team is telling me, guys, you gotta take the A cap. You gotta take the A. You know, they're pestering. They're gonna start pestering me. I'm like, bros, chill. There's a Crusader 3. I don't know where he is though, and the Crusader 3 can pen me. Again, he's that British with the APCR basically, but he can't one-shot me as long as he hits my ally. I've got no allies, so I'm just basically waiting here. I've got my ambush spot. You know, I'm pretty clear as you can see. I've got this good line of fire. I'm behind a little hill. I start pushing up though. I know I can easily reverse down if I start taking fire, and I'm just waiting for it. You know, they're telling me attack the A point, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna increase it just a little bit more. You know, I'm mostly safe for quite a while. I start peeking out, and as I'm chilling here, looking around, our friend is also pushing up, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, which means if I die, you know, he's still here. He can help me. He can kill that guy. Immediately, I think I see the Crusader 3 over here. I mark. This is where the squad mark comes in handy. I mark on the map for them. That's exactly what a squad mark works, because then you can mark on the map for your entire team to see. Squad marks only work with the squad. Our other friend immediately engages by seeing, you know, I marked and they saw it. You know, that's exactly what we do. And this is Colonel Kai coming in for clutch. He's gonna stay with us for most of the game. He's an awesome guy, and we managed to take the A cap. So basically that we push on, but I'm hiding in the shadows. I'm covering. I'm watching. You know. My front angles. I don't know if there's any enemies that have gone here. I don't know enemies that have gone here. You know, basically just watching. My left side's covered. I can always turn around if I need to. I'm in shadows, so I feel pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna skip through most of this. He does get bombed. A B-25, I think, drops a big 500-pound or 500 kilo. Wipes out most of the things here. He gets flipped. I'm like, oh, brum. I'm gonna go help out my teammate. You know. There are potential enemies around, but I take the risk because I need that. I need them. We've also lost the C cap and B cap at this point, and we do lose the game, but it was a close one. It's just unfortunate our team could not retake it and retake the C. So yeah, I'll skip through this, but you always want to help your teammates. You know, pull them up, pull them out. I'm shouting defend, defend. I want to show you there's a good part here where we hold a very good angle that I want you guys to see. So we come over this, we've got a little valley right here where the road meets another hill, that kind of area. This road is very open. All of a sudden I hear my friend take fire. You know, I'm looking, I hear fire again. I'm guessing it's a very fast vehicle with a very quick reload, probably a steward. I'm like, okay, he's been hit. He doesn't look that badly damaged. He's just trying to get out of the way. I mark immediately, just a general area. Doesn't mean like anybody's actually there, just a general area. We've got a good valley right here. Lots of cover, lots of trees. I can easily go reverse down here, so I know I'm safe. No, I'm looking around. There's a road right here. Humans take the path of least resistance normally. This applies to anything. Which means always watch roads, watch areas of easy access, that main road down there. Sometimes people come down there, and roads normally give you the fastest speed boost. The more hard it is, the more engine or whatever, the more problem it's going to give your engine, which means it'll be slower. People like to go fast, so I'm watching down there. We're peeking just barely. We're pretty concealed, so I'm pretty good. I say set up an ambush. Colonel Kai is going to roll with us. I immediately turn right. I just wanted to see if anybody's there. And what do you know? We see a Grant, not an M3 Lee. This is the British version. I believe the British and Canadians use that. I fire. This was probably not smart on my point. I fire. My gun bounces up. I miss him. He knows where we're at now. I want to get a reload. I mark again on the map for everybody to see. He sees us. I'm taking a very big risk here, but I know that this hill at least conceals us. He's got a 37mm and a 75. If that 75 hits us, we're dead. But I know that that 75 probably can't shoot us. As you can see, he hits. I hit him. He's at this really weird angle. We can already see his 75 isn't even looking at me. So, knocks out his entire turret crew. We're going to fire again. Fortunately, since his turret crew is already dead, there's not much we can do. I'm going to reverse away from that because that 75 is now shooting at us, and I don't want to deal with that. We've also got that enemy off to our left side to contend with. I'm getting away from here, mostly because enemies might have seen me shoot. I don't want to be there anymore. I'm going to get in this area right here where this valley dips, just like this. That creates a perfect U-shape where my side should just be covered, and the only thing should be sticking out is a little bit of my turret, and I can easily reverse down, and I can easily move forwards. As we can see, our Panzer IIIJ friend, again, comes in clutch, knocks him out.
Great! Thanks, man!
And I'm just going to chill here. And I didn't even know this, but look at this. They probably can't see me unless they're paying attention, and I can easily see them. And I've even got my friend over here, hiding in the forest. We're basically able to not spawn camp, but watch them in case they come. And I've got great shots over here in case anybody crosses that hill, or if anybody goes over there. And we basically set up a good killing zone. And B push failed. The 2 medium tanks on here and an anti-aircraft gun all died. So that's a GG for us. I believe, yeah, we see the tank that had been shooting at him for a while. It's another Matilda. We're going to try to get one more kill before the game ends. But as you can see, not much I can do. I immediately load APC. I'm trying to get that gun on target. I engage. You know, I crit him because we managed to hit him. But this is exactly what I mean. APC. It's not explosive. It's not going to do area damage. So wherever you fire it, it's just going to go through. Luckily, I think I killed his gunner and his commander. So he's out of action. I fire again, you know, trying to get that same shot. I can't get it. I thought I heard another tank. I know he's out of action. I started turning. I guess that is our Panzer III friend, actually. So I stopped worrying about that. And I just push him because the game's about to be over. He does fire at us right at the last second, so apparently I didn't get his gunner. And he does wipe out our gunner and commander. But it's a GG. And we've got another Panzer III. So he would have died, basically, in any normal circumstance. And that is game for that one. I do apologize, everybody, if that is a longer video. If you don't want to watch any more, that's completely fine. I get it. I will also probably put timestamps. I will explain CAS in just a little bit more. I have no clue how long it actually is. I'm going to quickly check if I still have a little bit of space. Yeah, I got plenty of space. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep explaining. We're going to keep going. I hope you all are just fine with me taking a very long time explaining all this. So this is another game we're in. We're on that castle area map. Again, I don't really remember map names. Not a big deal. You guys know it when you'll see it. They're all pretty unique. We are pushing down the main road on this one for the most part. It's very open. I don't really care for this map unless I'm pushing for the C cap, which is norm A here. But keep in mind, because it is a 1 cap map, human brain, ooh, we gotta push the 1 cap immediately. Or A, we gotta go on this flank. Most people aren't going to go for the middle because you can get slammered by both sides. But I know that there's cover up here. We've got this rock outcropping. My mind is running right now. Like, okay, we've got this rock outcropping. I'm gonna go here. Make a plan before you ever do anything. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna watch up here. I'm gonna watch this spot, and in case any enemy tanks show up or enemy tanks want to go, you know, shoot towards the A cap, I can kill them. Be early warning basically for our team. If nobody's there, I'm gonna push up to here, which I do. And there's this little valley area. I can turn to my left side, engage enemies to A, or I can turn to my right side, engage enemies coming up to this spot. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I've got a Crusader, French Crusader, I think, Mark II here, and I've got a couple other guys following, like I said. I'm keeping my turret going back and forth, just in case I spot anything, I can immediately engage. That is an actual tank tactic, just basically rotating your turret, keeping an eye out for enemies, because normally you don't have third-person view or anything like that. Another reason why I also enjoy Sim, you're basically stuck in commander view. And I'm constantly also using my binoculars, especially since this is a bigger and more open map. I immediately check left side, because I know enemies are going to be coming out of here, and I just want to make sure nobody's actually... I see our Crusader friends taking up a position left side. I'm going to take up a position right side. No reason to overstack on each other. Angle our tank, make sure I can easily reverse. I can engage any threat to our left and front, and yeah, basically that. Pretty common for people as well to come up here, just for any new players to learn. Basically, I measure the range. I want to know the distance, so in case I have to engage somebody, I already know how far that is, and I'm not going to miss the first shot. Basically, I chill here for quite a little bit. Nobody actually ever comes. The Puma and Crusader both push up. Now, you may not like me hearing this, but use your teammates before you. If you want to survive, you want to get those sweet points, you want to get the bonus points for living, you know, and stuff, use your teammates. Now, you may be confused, but guys, I want to assist my teammates. You are assisting them by staying alive and by not suiciding yourself. You cannot trust your teammates on everything. You can trust yourself on what you know you can do. Now, if you don't know that you can do, and, you know, like, cover your teammates and help engage or whatever, then maybe push out, you know. Be that extra sacrifice just in case somebody does shoot you, so that your friend or your other teammate can, you know, save. But I know I'm the only this is my only tank in my lineup. I don't got enough points right now to respawn. I kind of want to live. I kind of want to kill some things. So, therefore, I'm not going to immediately peek out into a massive open left side area. Now, as you may also see, there's only 3 people that went here. This map is also pretty common to get people onto this castle area for sniping, which is what our team mainly did. Now, I set up an overwatch position here for our Puma. I'm basically looking at this hillside because tanks also like to come up here. As well as I've got a clear sight over here, and I can easily reverse so I don't get shot at because there's a rocket. But apparently I don't actually. I misconduct myself. I push out. You know, I'm pretty comfortable, I guess, because you got a Puma moving. So, and you got push over teammate. So this is the few rare times I feel comfortable with pushing out, but I'm not going to stop for anything, basically. I'm just going to run it. If I see an enemy, I may take one shot. I'm going to call artillery. Again, artillery is very nice. It can spot enemies that you may not be able to see. So, and it's busted for your entire team. I'll call it on a cap just in case anything's rushing up there, and it can maybe provide some cover for our teammates. Anyway, our Puma friend reaches cover. We immediately now start seeing enemies. Our Puma friend fires. I look where he fired. This is why you use teammates for help. This is why you would rather keep them alive. They can shoot at enemies you may not see. They may detect areas where you may not see, and that is how you can kill them. I also hear a shot go off next to me. I don't know if it's friendly or not, but I assume so because I see 2 friendlies right here. I fire at a moving target. I hit it. We've got his horizontal turret drive. And then he dies to the boom. Yeah, this is also an M10. This is the few rare times HE might work, but I know my gun isn't very powerful, so HE might not just work on an M10. Thanks. I immediately say thank you, you don't be courteous. All of a sudden I notice, wait a minute, there are 2 tanks up here. This is a dangerous spot. I immediately angle. I'm actually looking around for a second, and then I see it, you know. Now that I'm reviewing it, and maybe you guys are reviewing it as well, you can see those 2 guys. Again, compression, I'm very sorry about that. But, so they're firing their 50 cals and everything. I guess they just ignored the Panzer III in the middle of the open. They killed our Puma. But we start engaging. They also kill another Puma. Our gas truck comes down the hill. Gas truck's like, what the hell? Anyway, I hit it. Sadly, because of my range, I kind of hit up, not lower, and I don't get the ammo. But I wiped out almost everything in his crew. As you can see, the ammo is just right there. Anyway, I know he's out of action. I'm going to load that. I'm going to start firing my machine gun. I want to distract him from our friend. I'm going to engage. I think our gas truck seems to be dead. They've killed our gas truck. But our gas truck did us a favor. He wiped out the driver, and it seems the artillery caller on the tank destroyer. I also, I guess, wiped out his engine by now. I'm going to load HE. This is where HE comes really handy, and I will explain over. I also know that our Sherman friend is no longer viable. I guess I just shoot at him. Want to wipe him out. I don't. I want to kill him. He's the main threat here. I don't see them, so I guess, yeah. I'm not engaging them. I guess we've got guys already pushing them, so my thought process is... sorry if I keep contradicting myself. My thought process is basically 2 teammates pushing. I don't really care. I say cover me. You know, I'm kind of exposed out here. I see there's a tank destroyer right there. We've got enemies behind us. I'm just trying to run for cover right now. I was in the middle of the open. I didn't like that. We're trying to move into cover. There's an incline right here. Perfect area. I see a tank being engaged. It gets hit. We immediately lower down. This is a Japanese tank. At first, I didn't know what the hell this was. I thought this was a Sherman because it kind of looked like a Sherman chassis, and then I didn't realize it's gun. Anyway, I engage. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Chi-Ha long range. So I hit it, and I just start gunning it down because the crew is basically open, and I could easily fire some shit. You know, like, I don't need to waste any more shots. I've only got 25 rounds of APHE 5 and 5, and it gets killed by a different Anyway. Now that I see, look at this. Perfect spot. I've got here and here. Kill zone could be right here or even right here. I can angle my tank, and I can easily reverse and take cover. I pop over. I see. I fire. I hit it. We also see that there's a tank over here and a tank here. This is their spawn area. You will see tanks through here, but I won't probably be shooting at them a lot just because they've got spawn immunity. Now, this guy's lost his commander, driver, and loader. He's basically pooped out. He just fired as well, which means his reload is now going to take double or triple the amount it would normally take. I can also see we're taking shots now, and I can see a Sherman appears. This is getting dangerous. Shermans are dangerous to me. Whatever was just back there is also dangerous to me. I have no clue what it is. We're going to fire, we're going to wipe them out real quickly, and we're going to immediately reverse down the hill. I say, somebody cover me. You know, I'm calling it out for the team. I'm taking fire. I mark there in a panic. Just kind of marking in general. Apparently these guys are still alive up here, but they die pretty shortly after. Hence why I then turn my turret in the just general direction, making sure none of them are still alive. I fire my my very tiny machine gun just for spotting. This makes sense because I am supported by teammates. And I also know that I'm not too worried about getting shot. So fire machine guns when you're comfortable or when you need to spot somebody. Anyway, I hear anti-aircraft going ham. I know Rune is here. I've basically got our entire team backing me up. Perfect line. Apparently, actually, our Puma was getting hit by that's our Crusader. We don't have a Puma anymore. Sorry about that. Crusader, my bad. I will probably explain. I see a shot go off up here, and I see a steward harassing tanks at the A-cap. I know that I've got a shot. Nobody's really paying attention to him. Our Crusader friends engaging tanks to the front. I'm cool with that. I'm going to range find before I shoot, just so that I, you know, don't alert him. I want to make sure I don't miss. Well, instantly contradict myself. You want to range find as a lower tier player. For me, I've played quite a little bit, like I've already said. So I guess the distance is around 1,000. I take the shot. You know, it lands home, actually. It kills the gunner, which we've knocked him out. He's combat ineffective by this point. He actually surprisingly moves forwards. I get a non-pen, and he starts moving backwards. I'm like, Brum, we're going to get this guy. And I've alerted our teammates already. By shooting, and by him firing, and his muzzle, we know where he is. And so now he's going to get out of there. But I critical hit him, and I don't wipe out his engine. I'm close to, but he's on fire now. Most players will panic while under fire. Guys, if you are on fire, just keep reversing. As long as your ammo isn't maxed and you don't have ammo near the engine, you should be okay for a solid 10 to 5 seconds, which means you can reverse, you can get to cover, you can kill whatever enemy's shooting at you, and then you can put it out. I know it may seem terrifying. Oh no, I have a fire in my tank. As long as it isn't big, as long as it isn't a massive threat, you should be okay. Just as a big tip out there. Fire again. We don't see anything. I've lost sight of him. I mark it for the rest of the team. Basically, I say, hey guys, look, enemy tank off here. B1. We're going to be engaging some other guys over here. You'll just see the normal stuff. I want to kind of speed through this, actually. I know it's going to be a very long video. This is an SU-76. I don't kill it. This is a good prime example of us firing HE. This is why I'm aiming my HE. We kind of hit him. Boom, look at that. It doesn't even go through. It just overpressures him. So that's what overpressure is. We see an LVT pop up over the hill. I'll just explain my kills, I guess. I see 2 tanks, LVT, some other stuff. I know my turret's the only thing sticking out. I know the LVT really isn't heavy. I'm going to keep killing that LVT until it dies. I can hear us getting bombed. No. I'm like, ooh dang, those are pretty close. Also, at this point, we have a T-28. T-28's gun is pretty even effective, but he's got a lot of crew members, so I like him next to us. Sure, he can reveal our position, but the enemies know already here. In more top-tier gameplay, guys, I really advise not staying in one spot. I advise moving from position to position to position, because players will get mad with you and try to kill you. And most of the time, they are pretty successful because they will just crash into the ground and then drop their bombs right before they die. I'm also reversing, so this guy will take the heat, or I'll be still taking heat. As you can see, they're still shooting at my general direction, and not the big threat that's actually shooting back at them. T-28 actually kills it. It was a 75mm M3, which could have killed me or the T-28. So it's a good thing that I reversed. It's a good thing because the T-28 actually has a really good HE gun. I also see something else is over there. I also see an M16 spawn. I test it by firing machine guns at it, you know, so to see if it's spawn immediately is gone. Probably a stupid thing to do, you know. They know where I am. I fire. I don't know why. Wasting ammo. I don't really got a lot of ammo to even begin with. So we're engaging. We're engaging. I crit. I think this is an archer. I keep critting it, basically no joy. My HE is not going to do anything to against it. He is open, but only on the backside. Basically, now I have to cross a very open battlefield. But, good news. We have a solid firing line. I don't know if you guys can imagine this, but imagine a line. 2 tanks here, watching high ground. 2 tanks here, watching our middle ground. And about 3 tanks here, watching this area. You know, we've got a very good cone of line of sight everywhere. I see this guy. Basically, I probably shouldn't have engaged him, but you know what? I was kind of like, maybe I can help my teammates. He seemed to have killed at least one of our teammates. I think he was an M5A1. Or maybe not. I don't know. It does seem that something died, though. Probably not that guy. Anyway, we're engaging. We get over here. I take a shot from my rear, right around here. will explain. As you can see, I immediately see that muzzle flash from that tank. Hits me in the engine. Luckily, my engine isn't knocked out. Whatever it is, it's far away. Its gun is low quality. It's not going to be able to hit me. I still reverse. I have APCR loaded. I say, alright, let's just do this. Let's tank on my men. I immediately go to cover, though. I'm not going to engage in the middle of the open. That's just suicide at that point. Because I don't know if his gun can actually pen me, and I don't know if he just hit a bad shot. As you see, he fires again, but the rock saves me. Guys, patience. This guy could easily save his shot for when I peek. Instead, he fires and just only reveals his position to me and maybe more of my teammates. I mark while I wait for my gun to get on target. I'm at a good angle. I know it probably can't pen me, and I'm looking. I'm scanning. He actually disappears, so I will skip through this part as well. He really doesn't show himself, but instead I reverse backwards. It's dangerous. There's a light tank up there. There are other tanks, but I've got 3 teammates, and I'm gonna be real. The enemy's gonna be more focused on actually killing targets, shooting at them most of the time than you. So, if you ever just want a peace of mind on that, there you go. I then reverse in towards the cap. And I'm going to basically skip forwards, skip through. You know, can I just, yep, there we go. I get onto the cap point as soon as they basically cap it, and I start restocking my ammo. Let's see. I think these are 30-second skip aheads. Nothing really happens. I go down the road. I'm basically like, okay, we're entering a smaller area. I can zoom in now. I don't need my FOV as wide as possible. We're gonna push. I've got an anti-air here. We're chilling. Lots of dead tanks from here from earlier. Go here. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. And immediately around the corner, and I see a Tho I. Now, most Japanese tanks have the paint scheme that they look dead. Don't be surprised. This is what a dead tank looks like, everybody. Especially if you're new to the game. It's going to be on fire. It's going to look blacked out. Not like that. So he can kill me, technically, if he had APC loaded. I don't know if he did. I don't know if it's just that I'm at a good angle. But he's a little auto-can death killer. I've aced in this thing before, so just be Anyway, high fire, very easy kill. HE could have killed this guy, or just that, but basically wipe out his entire crew. One single shot. We kind of advanced to the cap with no more problems actually in hand. We get here, a couple of our teammates died, but that's it. I get 4 kills and 7 assists that game, and a score of 2,559. Why? Because I played smart. We basically moved from here, we chilled here, we helped engage enemies down here, we damaged those 2 targets up there, we damaged multiple targets over here, and we've killed the 4 targets there as well. This is how you get those sweet points. This is how you get 2nd place. This is how you get into those top 5 areas, just by doing that. I didn't even kill a lot. I don't even know if I checked the scoreboard at all, but yeah, that's basically it. I'm now in a call with friends in this one, just chatting. You won't hear me. I've wiped out my mic, so you don't need to worry about that. Basically, we're on that C map again, Sea of Israel or whatever. Not Israel, just Israel. I, again, forget, but it's dried out. This is actually a really good game. I'm just chatting with them. I didn't think I was going to do very good this time. And immediately right off the bat, you can already see I got some kills. I'm scanning off to our right side. Again, don't know if enemies spawned here. It's a 2-sided. It's only 2 caps on this one, which means enemies really are going to be pushing forwards and to our flanks. I just don't know which flank at the moment. Oh yeah, you'll be hearing them talk. I might turn them down just a little bit, just so that actually I might just kill the auto for this. I forgot that they're going to be talking. Anyway, so I might just play music over this area. We're going to be engaging targets. I'm going to be looking around. I'm looking more towards B. I'm constantly scanning back and forth, wanting to see. That's a big open area over there. I can see our Puma immediately start taking 50 cal fire. Again, guys, machine guns. While machine guns are good in this situation against a Puma, especially 50 cals, they can kill Pumas. They're very good. Gotta be careful, especially at the start of the round for other tanks. I immediately see it. This guy's like, oh dang, oh crap. He does die. It's an M2A2, which is like a reserve tier America. No, it's the first tank destroyer I think you get, but it's just a 50 cal and then a 30 cal. So it's a Puma killer basically. Anyway, I look at its general direction. I see our little SB get absolutely pointed by a T50. I'm like, brum. I fire. I didn't expect to hit this guy, but because he's such a condensed tank, boom, look at that, instant kill. Looking for the other area. I fire again. I just saw the M8. I just fired his general direction. Doesn't give me a kill cam because I killed 2 targets really quickly. Boom. Got a 2nd kill right there. You know, him just popping off. I see that guy. I fire. I have the range set. You know, this is just like, I can't really explain how I'm doing this other than, you know, just kind of clicks in eventually once you start playing. Shoot the target. Range find. See any other threats. Aim in sniper mode, which is what they call this. I just call it zoomed in. Engage that other tank. Kill it. Move on to the other one. You see movement. Kill that thing. This is why binoculars is pretty good because, go back to here. We see we killed that guy. I immediately see another tank. I engage. I'm like, okay, what other targets are there? I look in this general area because there are tanks right there. Why aren't they? There might be tanks over here. So I look, I see movement. I'm like, okay, gun acquisition, target, fire. I thought this was gonna hit something. No, apparently it was just perfect, and it hit right in that track area that I'm talking about, and kills him by killing the ammunition and fuel. I got this little divot right here. I'm immediately gonna back up though, just because they know where I am probably now. They know I'm here. I want to leave. I want to get out. I've killed my 3 tanks. I'm like, okay, that's good. I don't know how many other tanks are in there. They could all be concealed by all this foliage. They could be over here. So I'm just gonna reverse. I guess that, yeah, that's the end of this clip, basically. Moves on. I'm now behind a building. I've moved into cover. Don't really think anything else has really occurred by this point. I still have those 3 kills. I'm basically covering the A-cap because our entire concave push here, like my entire cone right here of sight, they're all dead. Everybody who pushed up here died. Everybody who pushed around this flank died. No contacts really been made out here. We even got this little scout. This is my little notifier. This guy dies. There's people coming. Use, again, teammates as bait most of the time. We got already people saying little GG, like, just not a good mindset. Always focus on, like, you know, trying to win. If you think you're going to lose, yeah, I don't mind you setting your expectations a little bit low. I don't mind anything like that, but if you're going to have a negative mindset, probably not going to get anywhere a lot of the time. We're going to push around. I can see gunfires coming over here. I can see a lot of contacts, you know, being fired back and forth, that kind of stuff. I don't know what's over here, but I see it's a heavy tank. I'm like, maybe I can engage it if its side shows. He can't see me. This is a 90-degree angle unless he uses the camera, which is what I do, and I kind of look around the corner, and I can kind of identify what kind of tank he is. So you can also see our push is also down here failed. I'm looking in this general direction. I want to make sure no other tanks didn't come here and here. I've got perfect line of sight in this entire area. I kind of tap out here. Alright. Anyway, I leave the call, so I'm going to turn up the volume again. And this is what I mean by angling the camera. We can see the Churchill 1 here. I know I'm not going to be able to kill that. He's also got a pretty good gun right here. His main gun isn't so good, but at closer ranges, it can pen me. If I'm going to round the corner, my side's going to be showing, unless I kind of back out and move. But I know he can probably kill me, so I decided that's not a smart idea. I don't want to tango with that guy. So I basically say, nah, man, I'm good. I say, I need cover. I say, I need help. We've got a heavy tank over here. Anybody can flank him. And this is when this little guy appears. Now, this is where patience comes in key, guys. Watch this. I watch him. I actually aim my turret in advance rather than looking at him. I see artillery is being dropped on the Churchill, probably. And so I wait. Simply look at this guy. He walks right into my cannon. I fire. Boom. He's gone. Instant kill. You know, this is exactly what I mean, guys. You can be rushy all you want. You can be flashy. He may have just seen these contacts over here. He wanted to engage him. What happened? He got clapped because there's a Panzer III around the corner that nobody on his team spotted. And this is not on his fault. I'm just saying, rushing probably in the open is not the smartest idea. If this guy maybe have come over here, I could have shot at him, maybe have missed. He may have had a higher chance at surviving. And so, yeah. Alright. So, getting back to the point, we've killed that tank. You know, I see that. I check around the corner, look at that. He's turning around. In any case, I probably should have waited for my turret to fully rotate again. But I know he's not going to be a threat to me. There may be threats up here, but I take the risk anyway. I see most of the team is probably pushing here. We can see 3 tanks there. A light tank and 2 tank destroyers. So I'm not too worried. I round the corner. Would have been a perfect side shot, actually. But, amazingly, a Puma's artillery shot actually kills the Churchill. And at the exact same time, he kills a Hogro. So, I don't know why. That's actually pretty cool. Artillery normally actually doesn't kill. It normally wipes out your engine and causes a fire. Pretty interesting that it killed this guy, actually. So, bit of a surprise moment. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna immediately return. We're gonna immediately not expose ourselves because I was in case any new tank showed up, any artillery kind of hit me. It's friendly. I just don't want to get hit by it. We've also got 2 allies over here engaging, and they basically wiped out that entire little assault. The enemy's looking at us. Pretty good overall. I say awesome stuff, guys. You know, bravo, whatever. We're looking down this area. I've got good line of sight here. I've got good line of sight here. They probably can't see me. Again, got the desert camo on. This just comes with kills, but it does help. Especially, I'm surrounded by yellow. This is yellow. It's kind of gravelly. And there's going to be a lot of fauna in the way. So, it really does. Oh, sorry. Gotta breathe real quickly. We are looking over here. I think one of our light tank dies. Marks. I'm going to be looking over here for quite a while. I'm not pushing in the open. I do see if our team was more, like, confident over here, I would have. So our M5A1, Eventually, he actually doesn't die. There's no tank. He's on fire. I guess he was stock. He didn't have fire extinguisher, so RIP that guy. If I was a light tank, I would have tried to save him. I was not, and I was on a squad mate. So, unfortunately, that he had to pass because I could have used an extra teammate here. You know, I keep scanning. I'm waiting for this guy. I guess this guy's also very patient because he doesn't push, actually, at all. So, I take the initiative. I see our team, you know, a lot of them are pushing out of there. I take the risk. I cross, but I'm looking in the general direction where I'm crossing, as you can see. I'm just going to skip. Well, not that far, actually. I'll probably just go... Did I actually engage something? Oh, okay. So, yeah, while crossing, this is actually really dangerous. You don't want to do this, but I was just... Ah, heck it, I want to help our teammate. I fire... It's a KV-2. I'm really not going to feel like sitting in the middle of the open trying to kill something from that distance, especially a heavy tank. If he was more angled, if he was flat side, broadside towards me, I would have probably taken another shot. But, nah, don't feel like engaging him, especially when I know there's a threat to my front side. Hence why we keep moving, hence why I get the gun swinging forwards, and I immediately plan. I have a plan in my head, you know, keep watching, keep looking, but my plan is either to hide behind this, then move to here, then go there. If you also notice, the Puma died. My brain is also running now. Enemy tank here. It's an M22 because I watched the death chat, basically. M22 is fast. He could be anywhere by now, and I'm guessing he's around here or here. So I'm also going to be looking out for that. And you guys are going to see, I actually managed to catch him. If I go here, and just slightly over so. Yeah. See, I was going to move behind there. This is going to be my fallback cover, and that tanker, better fallback cover. Right now, I'm kind of angled through into this direction. I see him. He's that little dot right there. We can see him moving. But I don't fire because I know if I fire, I'm going to spook him. I'm going to reveal my position. People are going to see me. That kind of stuff. So I'm basically angling myself right now towards him. So when he comes up, I'll be able to engage him. I also turn my tank. But unbeknownst to me, I do not see this guy because I'm so focused over here. He's also got like the desert camo on, which is exactly why I say he blends in. I actually had my gun right on him. I just never noticed him. I'm waiting for this guy. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him, and all of a sudden I get hit. Luckily, he does not kill my gunner. Oh my, no, my reload's gonna be wild. So I immediately know this guy. He's an American tank. He's got fast reload. I gotta shoot quick. I gotta pick a target, and I gotta hit his gun. You know, try to wipe out his gun. I fire, I managed to actually get his cam breach. It pens right through and knocks it out. So I'm safe for now. My reload's just going to be a while. I call Artie because he is kind of an open top. He's got 2 crew members back there, and the more I can kill, the more I can knock him out quicker. Also, I believe he fired again and wiped out my driver, or I just didn't explain that. I can see I get a non-pen, so I'm going to start firing at this frontal plate area. I don't have to worry too much because that cannon breach is going to be like a 25-second reaper, basically. I hit him, critical hit, wipes out his driver, or well, no, his assistant, kills anybody else in the turret crew, and kind of makes his driver really red. I really don't know why he hasn't tried to back up here. He's going to lose the fight. I'm being shut up by the M22 by this point, I think. His driver's still alive. He just decided to repair right here, thinking that he would outlast me. He's also getting shot at by a teammate right here. I think it's another Panzer III. By this point, I've wiped out his driver. The only reason he's alive is because the 2 guys in the back. So I fire 1 shot, hit the guy in the head back there with one of our bullets. I'm like, okay. I've been taking fire. I don't know where it's coming from, so I immediately just, you know, I say, cover me, guys. My engine's out. There's nothing I can do in this situation. I was kind of angled to go that way, but the M22, this is what I mean. It's really fast. We last saw it here. It moved all the way over here by now, and you'll see by the death cam. But in that single life, I killed 6 ground targets and got a kill assist. All because I played it safe, you know. Again, just reiterating that. Yeah. I'll show you the death cam. He was right back here. I guess it cuts. Anyway, he was right there. Got the kill. He killed me. Anyway, there's a guy that was getting angry. I'm like, brum, brum, brum. Anyway, at this point, I've killed a tank. I bombed it. I will show you. This is now explaining how to do CAS. So I will skip through this. Apparently, it didn't catch me with that kill. We land on the airfield. You guys don't really know how to land on an airfield. Basically, it's up to these, all of us. The C-21 shortly dies after this. Luckily, the enemy almost has no airplanes in the sky. By this point, again, they've mostly died. It's up to me. Basically, weird tasting meat and the rock. Weird tasting actually mutes me because he's just angry and pissy, I guess. I don't really know why. I just told him to go back to arcade because he did not like the fact that I was trying to mark out targets and stuff. I guess most War Thunder players really don't care for that, but I do, so I'm going to keep doing that. I advise you guys keep doing that. Even if people say, you know, shut up, you're helping out the majority that are not speaking. So, just keep doing it. Anyway, I'm coming over. I'm checking it out, and we're getting near the battlefield. I'm looking. I say, you know, 250 kilo, where do you need? I see that the A cap's being taken. I'm like, okay, that's a bigger threat. I turn over, trying to bleed some speed, trying to gain some speed, that kind of stuff. I don't know why I like doing that. I will explain now. For me, first person works really well when cast bombing, and I will explain why. I can see there's 2 tanks here. So I'm gonna go hit one of these guys. They're firing at me, though. They're trying to kill me. I see there's an SU-76, not an SU-76, some kind of like that premium tank destroyer that was like in the first battle pass or whatever. Or crafting event, my bad. Anyway, I see this guy. To cast bomb effectively, the flying T-Rex explains this perfectly for simulator, but it also works in RB, because you're about to see this. You want, I would slow this down if I could, but I can't. You want to have the nose of your airplane as soon as it dips, right around here. Like this, right there. As soon as I drop your bomb. I got hit by some machine gun fire. I didn't want to get pilot sniped. I didn't want my engine to crap out, so I'm going to pull up. Also, the BF-109 has a tendency to, how should I say, compress at these types of speed. You don't want to come more than like a 45-degree angle. If you're coming 50 or 60 more, like kind of dive bomb, here we go, 90-degree angle like this. Coming like this, too much. You want to more come like that, and then you can pull off. I do that. I turn around. The bomb's right there. Goes off. I get really lucky and manage to swack not only the Tho I, but also the M22. So that was really good. And as you can see, that bomb basically landed right on top of the Tho I think, and just absolutely capped him out. Unless that was the Tho I and that was the M22. But still, I'll reiterate it once more for you guys to see, and I won't. Yeah, so as we can see, that was the Tho I. Dropped the bomb basically right on top of him and managed to cap out the M22. Again, try to keep that target right in your gunner sight. Most planes will have it like this. As soon as it caps right underneath that last point, or right underneath where you can't see it anymore, just drop the bomb. And boom, boom. For planes like the SB2U and the TBD, any plane with like a telescopic sight, which I absolutely loathe and hate, use a telescopic sight and bomb it that way, and the way to do that, same exactly with the engine. As soon as that target disappears, pull up. If you don't like using telescopic sight, as soon as that engine conceals the tank, pull up. Basically that. I also want to explain, you guys want to put a delay on your bombs. You may go, why do I want a delay? That's just gonna let the enemy get away. If you guys drop your bomb and it instantly impacts the ground and then goes boom, and your plane is probably like 25 feet, 35 feet above it, there's going to be shrapnel and a shockwave that hits your plane, and if it is a big 500-pound bomb, your wing is going to go poof, or your engine is going to light on fire, and you are going to crash. So I have mine set for 1.5 seconds, which gives me just enough time to hit it and pull up immediately and get out of its way of its bomb. Near to the end, guys. Anyway, I do some strafing on those guys. I pull up. They're dead. Returning back to base, you know, haha, kind of teasing the enemy. And that seems to be about it for those clips. I think I get one more kill with a bomb right before the game ends. I don't really remember offhand. But in that total game, I get 9 kills and like 2 assists, I think. And place, I think first place or second place on the leaderboard. But that's just because combination of being, again, patient, you know, waiting, and then cast. I know this video is really long. It's probably like already 1 hour and 20 minutes or something like that. I just want to show you a few other clips. These are the other clips at higher tiers. This was actually a little while back. There is music. I was listening to Spotify. It also was on loop. I'm going to go to the area. Oh, okay, computer wants to kind of lag out for a second. Okay, we may move on to a different clip. Come on, guys. Come on, do this. Alright, there we go. We're going to move here. I want to just quickly go through this one. I don't know if I want to show this one offhand. It's not very good. Pretty basic stuff, like I said. Take cover, move to areas. I get kind of ambushed here. It's an A13, nothing really special. I will say, though, I do want to explain this, though. Don't do what I did here, okay? I come up here, I'm ready to shoot this guy. I've got my distance set. You don't really need to set your distance too much in these tanks, especially for the Shermans. I'm not playing as the M4A2. I love this tank to death. I actually got all the camos, which I think is 240 kills or 60 kills for the jungle, like the final jungle one. Anyway, I shoot. I could have easily gotten a kill here, but since I had it set to 250, I hit in the worst possible spot. Not in his side, right in this turret ring where the armor overlaps, which increases his like armor effectiveness to like 160 or something, like something ridiculous, because of whatever you call it, Gaijin's implemented thingy. Basically, I'm now in a really bad spot. I got 2 crew members left. I've got a heavy tank here. They're taking the A cap, and there's a heavy tank as well. There's a KV on also the A cap. So terrible place to be in. I'm also getting cast and bombed and stuff. It did not catch me. I destroyed 3 other targets before that A13. I will say just by chilling here though. So again, teammates, work together. I kind of pushed out too far. My teammate was down here. Kind of a bad thing on my part. But it does work at the higher tiers. Now this game I think is a 5.7. I've been up tiered to either 5.3 tank or 5.7 tank. I don't know. It's the Sherman 76. If I check the leaderboard, I'll tell you. But I'm basically. Is this the one? No, I'm almost out of ammo. This is where we want to start. Oops, guys, sorry. Chilling, listen to music. All right, that's cool and all. Go off the road because I don't want to stay there for too long. I come up here. This is more of a roadie area, but look who we catch off guard. There is a STRV, whatever you want to call this, that French, or not, my god, I said French, Swedish vehicle, my bad, pushing up here, trying to shoot at our teammate here. There's also a Panther down here, and I've got a T-34 right behind me. I shoot this guy, wipe out his commander, gunner, and cannon breach. He's instantly ineffective. I know he's got pretty light armor, so I immediately start lighting up with 50 cals, trying to punch through it, hit him, kill him. Immediately move on to a different target. Watch that. We've got a tank over here. They've killed our, I think, ally down here. That was our medium tank. I mark. It's just a Puma actually, which I was super surprised about. I engage. Kill him pretty easily. Yeah. I want to know what tank you are real quickly. I just want to know so I don't keep calling him the wrong name. Come on. Poom. Alright, so he's a T-30, yeah, T-34, 85. A little bit more through this. I just want to, again, if you guys are bored by this point, you don't have to watch any more of this. I'm just explaining at higher tiers it still works. We're in constant communication. This is similar, if you remember, to Colonel Kai, all the way back at that 2.7 game. Basically that. I shoot in that general direction. There is a guy actually over here. It is a Panther, I believe. I'm wanting him to peek. Or not, it was a Swedish vehicle. There's also a Panther on the other side. But there's a Swedish vehicle. I'm trying to shoot, so this guy thinks that he can push, and the T-34 can kill him. This is how teamwork would basically work. Hey guys, I'm firing. I'm going to start throwing shells down this way. He knows that there's one tank. He doesn't know that there's this guy, though, so I'm hoping he pushes me. He does not, in fact. And so me and this T-34 are pushing. Again, I'm running the same one lineup, one tank in my lineup, and an airplane. It also helps you, if you want to know why I do that, gets you through more games quicker. Instead of having 5 tanks and a plane in your lineup, which means you die, you go in, you die, you go in. Waste a lot of silver lines, especially at higher tiers, from like 5.0 to 7.0 in my opinion. You are going to lose lots of SL. Which will then not let you play the game because you don't have money, and you'll need to go back to lower tier, which is, those clips are more recently. This one's probably a month old by now, but those clips, I'm just trying to gain back some SL, trying to reach that 1 million mark again, so I can feel, you may be wondering, why 1 million? I don't really know. I like to play sim a lot for aircraft, and you lose a lot of silver lions by doing that if you die a lot, which I do. So I see this Panther's in the middle of the open. I'm just going to go point this guy because he's in the middle of the open. T-30, I kind of stop suddenly. T-34 man doesn't know that, but I point that guy. Come around. We still know that Swedish guy is over here. I see him. He doesn't quite see me. He isn't paying attention. I peek. Boom. Instant kill. Gunner and a cannon bridge. This guy's knocked out. There's nothing he can do at this point. And on top of that, the T-34 is coming right up behind. And what's he going to do? He's going to finish him off for us. And boom. Teamwork right then and there. Saves my shell. Saves my ammo. Which actually comes in handy later on. And we're just chilling, and all of a sudden I see a M51 up there, which is the Israeli premium Sherman. Really big gun, really scary stuff. I don't get a pen, and I believe no, he doesn't die. Okay, he just got shot by something else. I look again. I'm just guessing. I'm trying to fire. He's a similar Sherman, so I know as long as I hit him somewhere around that area, the mantle, he should go boom. And that's exactly what we do. We get a lucky shot, and we hit his ammo, and it just detonates him. So, that would have normally killed his Turk crew, but because he had extra ammo, I guess, boom, he goes bye-bye. That's just the kind of things that you don't know, but you just hope that is there, I'm telling our team to attack the A point. It's a one-cap map. We've kind of got off the flanks. We've kind of killed those guys, so I feel comfortable. We've got teammates pushing in from almost all sides, so it's an encirclement. I feel good. I'm just like, okay, who's ever in there is now trapped. They're feeling the pressure of our team. They don't know how many guys are pushing, so exactly why I feel comfortable. And I've got this T-34-85 with me. Be a really big help. I believe there's also a couple enemy tanks here, I checked my corners again, but I believe that's also what I mean. I'll stop talking real quickly, but there are tanks over here sometimes. You also want to always check your corners. Game awareness. Making sure, you know, tanks are here, tanks could be there. Just always check. Always look. Always look at your mini-map as well. I'm going to be reiterating a lot of points by this time. Hopefully, the 1 hour video is drilled into your head. I see a muzzle flash. I mark on this map. I say, hey guys, we got a tank over here. He seems to be firing pretty fast. Probably Swedish. Swedish have a lot of auto-loaders by this this part of the game. It seems to be a light tank, actually. I don't know what it is, because it didn't kill anybody yet. But they seem to have taken care of it. Hence why I really don't focus. It was a Puma. Interesting that they weren't able to kill it, and it dies. And we start taking the ACAP pretty quickly after that. This is actually going really well for us. What else? We just go through here. Nothing really happens. We take the ACAP. I say they have to come to us now. You know, I smiley face. You know, I'm feeling comfortable. Our team is in a comfortable position. We've got 2 heavy tanks, 2 medium tanks, a light tank, 2 tank destroyers basically acting as a frontal guard, a scout group, and more guys on the way. This is exactly the perfect thing. Now, I will give you a spoiler. We do lose the game. Somehow the enemies came through here and kind of just blew us off. I'm here. I run out of ammo. I won't really bother to show those or explain because this is going to be the exact same thing. Hey guys, hide behind cover. Play smart. Don't sit in a spot too much. All that kind of stuff. I actually do run out of ammo. I bring 25 shells. I use all of them. I believe I double ace in this game. I get 10 kills in total. It was really fun. We did lose. I will show you the map, which was for this one near the end of the game. Where is it? As you can see, I'm the last one basically left. I had almost nothing left, and because we lost the ACAP and I wasn't able to cap it in time, and on top of that, it just came down to who has the tickets left. We had like 100 tickets. They had like 1,200, and some guy bombed our teammate, and he died. Yeah, yes, if anybody dies, we lose. Maybe ping someone, you know, rip. You know, I'm calling Cass. I get communication constantly, and boom. Because of that, you know, unfortunately, we lose. But as you can see, 10 kills, a zone capture, 2 kill assists in a single tank. This is I didn't die once, and that's exactly how it goes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is my longest video I've ever made, and I know I've probably rambled. I probably just reiterated a lot of things like, oh, hey, do this, but I hope I've drilled it through your head. I hope I've given you a couple tips, you know, angling, that kind of stuff, sloping, on hills, looking towards targets. I also advise spending time in the hangar, looking at different, what do you want to call it, different penetrations, learning your BR if you're going to be playing in there in a while. But in general, you also don't need to do that. If you just want to have fun and just go play, play the game. And you'll learn eventually, like, oh, this tank isn't very good against those. These other tanks, like, so let's say you're playing as a Sherman. Yeah, Sherman 76, such as me. I see a Tiger. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to get away from the Tiger because the Tiger will kill me in one shot if it hits my frontal armor, basically. It has that big enough gun. I'm not a jumbo, so I will die. And so I will get away from that guy as much as I can. Now, if the Tiger's side presented itself, I will engage the target then. I will take that opportunity. Basically, you want to play support as much as you can. If you see, I'm pretty aggressive actually in most games, but you've got to teach yourself patience, the support, to help your teammates and stuff. I would come up with an acronym, like I said earlier, you know, just survival is the top, so it's like S or whatever, and then, you know, the assistance of teammates, so SA, the getting kills and stuff, K, and then cap point, you know, SAS, survival, you know, survive, assist, kill, cap. That's how I would put it. Survival, assist, kill, cap. S-A-K. Sask. Yeah, okay. There you go, guys. Analogy, Sask. Survival, assist, kill, capture. That's how I would put it. And I'll probably leave it off with just that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I wasn't too boring, and I hope I can help any new players out. Maybe you can just leave this on in the background or whatever. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you just have a good day, good night, whatever. Bye-bye.